This is cheesy of me, but I have to do it. But then I had to change that number, and here we go. So we're going to share some music with you. This is obviously a little bit of a different circumstance, but we're so glad to be here tonight and share some music with you and recognize our singers and also our seniors, our 12th graders, and to have music together. We're so excited that we have a few more people here that can join us, and that's a really exciting thing too. So our vocal ensemble is going to join us for the first one. We'll ask you guys to join us. And our first piece, as always, is the tradition, is our national anthem. We're going to fly over there, and if you're capable, please sing.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies? For the land was being washed, works of heavens be streaming, and the rockets red amongst the singing air, giving proof through my eyes that the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? O'er the land of the brave, and the home of the brave.
We're going a little non-traditional this year with the purpose. But we will keep things updated here on the screen for you to be able to see it up with. This is our mixed choir this year. We have a lot of youth in this one. Just show of hands. How many of us are in ninth grade? And then keep your hand up. How many of us are also in 10th grade? Okay. Put your hands down. How many of us are in 11th or 12th grade? So we're a young group, but we're excited to be making some music, and we have two pieces for you this evening. The first one is She Sings. And this is a really pretty piece that tells a story. So a few reminders for our singers while I talk here. Make sure that we sing that first part as a soloist. I also don't want to have too much feedback. And we're also trying to channel our inner Julie Andrews while we perform here. So see that you, if you know, hopefully you know Julie Andrews, try to listen to that along the way. Making a few adjustments here. While I finish this one up, our next piece is going to be from the Greatest Showman. We've done a lot of Greatest Showman pieces this year between the high school and the middle school. And we're excited to share our final virtual choir with the middle school, hopefully in the next few days, which was This Is Me, also from the Greatest Showman. So this one, P.T. Byrd has come to the realization that the people in his life are a whole lot more than fame and fortune. And it was kind of his realization moment. So we drew some parallels with how maybe we had taken some things for granted maybe about 405 or plus days ago. And hopefully, as we have sung the song, our singers have also made some personal parallels to maybe not take some things for granted. Some of the simple things like going to school with all your friends and being able to sing in a concert and things like that. So here's our other piece from now on, and our soloist is Ivy Mitchell.
champagne with kings and queens. Politicians praise my name. Those were someone else's dreams, the pitfalls of the man I became. For years and years, I chased their cheers, a crazy state of always needing more. But when I stop and see you here, I remember who all this was for.
These eyes will not be blinded by lights. From now on, let's wait until tomorrow starts tonight. It starts tonight. Love is promising me start like an anthem in my heart. From now on, from now on. We will come back home, we will come back home, home again. We will come back home, home again. We will come back home, we will come back home, home again. We will come back home, come back home, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, these eyes will not be blinded by the lights. From now on, let's wait until tomorrow starts tonight. Love is promising me start like an anthem in our hearts. From now on, from now on, from now on, from now on, home again. And we will come back home, and we will come back home, home again. From now on, from now on, home again. From now on, from now on, home again.
Thank you guys. That was our mixed choir. We're going to be, while we do a switch, we'll bring vocal ensemble up and let you guys go have their seats. While we're doing that switch, we will be doing a little bit of a rebranding for next year where both of these choirs in the past have sung similar music. It's just one has kind of been more auditioned, and typically that audition group features more of our upperclassmen. And the other one is non-auditioned. And that was kind of the only really designating difference between the two of them. So we made the decision that of all years, as we're hopefully anticipating something a little more normal next year, that this would be a good year to try something that several choir members have asked me for. So our mixed choir is going to be our more standard traditional stand on the riser and sing the highest level of music. where we've advertised and said that the reward is the music and performing the most difficult and demanding music in our program, and are really finding that to be what motivates us the most. Now, vocal ensemble, which is who you see here, is going to be rebranded into something that's more of a show choir, which is going to bring a little bit more choreography to go along with it. I think a lot of us had gotten a taste of show choir, especially through our middle school Halloween blacklight performances, right? So we're going to turn that into its own ensemble and try to pursue that a little bit more. So next year is going to be a fun year. It's going to be a lot of trying new things. It's going to be pushing me in a different way than I have had to go as a choir director thus far, but there's a lot of people who are excited, and I already know that there are a lot of people who are going to be eager to help within the choir itself and also within the community. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. So now we have vocal ensemble. Let me switch my slide. This group has 3 pieces for you this evening. The first one is the Old Mill, and parents of our seniors might recognize at least the name of that. And if you don't recognize the name, hopefully you recognize the melody. This is one that, while we were putting together a concert, I said that we're not going to be able to do the same stuff we normally do. It might not be as demanding or challenging. And this title just has flown around a lot in the choir anyway. It's just one of their favorites since they have performed it. So I said, okay, if you want to do that one, we can add it to the list and make one that at least we know we'll have some musical leaders within each section who have done it before. So this is the Old Mill, and it had been one of their favorites, and hopefully we do it justice the second time around too. So here we go.
From the brow of the hillside to a lattice of mountain, on the old green hills temple, and the walls I hear the pattern that shines its walls and the rushing waters sound, and the sea of backgrounds rise and fall as the wind blows slowly. like this on the wars before. And I told as I waited my turn. And while she tossed her ringlets brown and flirted and chatted some dreams, the wheel might stop or the wheel might go, it was all the same to me. 'Tis 20 long years since last I stood and saw the stand today. Death is when, and the miller is dead, and the I've gone to be fallen to ruin and wreck, to a fortune of toil and the man goes, and the stream goes, and the wind moves
I told them to catch their breath. I have to catch mine too on that one. One really big challenge that we had mentioned with the piano accompanist and a few of the singers and myself after rehearsal is we realized how difficult it is for me as the director to not have to share vowel sounds and verbal cues with my mouth like I'm normally used to. It's a different way of conducting, and it's a different way of them singing as well. And that piece really highlights a lot of some of the challenges, but you wouldn't have known it by the way that they sang it. Our next piece is I Loved You. And before we knew that we were going to do a live concert, we were planning on doing a final virtual choir. And vocal ensemble was, we normally go to something called assessment, and this would have been our assessment piece, is the one we're about to do. I wanted us to do one that was at that level and at that demand, and one that would have matched what we would have done there. So I Loved You fits this bill. It's a more, as I joked with him, it's a more proper version and different take on the song Driver's License, if you know what that one is. But this is a really gorgeous piece with a really haunting text, and the piano and the music really highlights some notes and some things that just kind of linger and just don't go away, which, following this text, I'm just going to read you a portion of it, really matches the text. It says, I loved you, and perhaps I love you still. The flame perhaps is not extinguished, yet it burns so quietly within my soul. No longer should you feel distressed by it. So listen for that part, how, it says it's not extinguished, it burns quietly within my soul. Listen for that like unrest and that sound in the music as we do this. I do have to do a quick audio check on this next piece. One or two things had been adjusted since we did our check and our practice today. And I don't want to have to restart once it's already there. So we can have our soloist preset. Let me do this before we get started. That's about where we started, wasn't it? Decent volume. Because when we get here, okay, we'll go with it. Let me adjust one or two things here too, and then I'll introduce this last piece for vocal ensemble. Solo one. a little bit more room to be comfortable there. All right, so our last piece is Baba Yetu. This is a Swahili adaptation of the Lord's Prayer. This has quite a captivating story to it, but I'm just going to let the music and the words do the talking here. So it is in a different language, but most of us are probably familiar with that text. So see if you can interpret where those particular things happen in this. We have two soloists, Oledo and then Olivia.
Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni yetu yetu, amina. Baba yetu yetu liye, jina lako litukuzwe. Baba yetu yetu liye mbinguni yetu yetu, amina. Baba yetu yetu liye, jina lako litukuzwe. Utupe leo chakula chetu, tunatohitaji utusamehe makosa yetu, hey, kama nasi tunaowatolea waliokosea, usitutie katika majaribu, lakini utuokoe na yule mwovu milele. Ufalme wako ufike, utakalo dunia mbinguni, yeah. Tupe leo chakula chetu, tunachohitaji utusamehe makosa yetu, hey, kama nasi tunavyowasamehe waliotukosea, usitutie katika majaribu, lakini utuokoe na yule mwovu milele.
Thank you. We do have a few awards and a few senior recognitions that we'll try to knock out as quickly as we can. And I am going to bring the screen a little bit closer to the center for this portion until we perform again. So I thought we were going to do awards and then you were going to start off Rainbow with your senior thing. Okay, sure. That's not what, okay, go ahead. We're gonna do rainbow next. So if you're not a senior, get out. I thought we were doing that like right before the senior stuff. Because I had awards and then senior stuff. Okay. Whatever you guys want to do. All right. I guess this way I don't have to move the panel again. So I guess we will at the very end for Bon Siava. Okay. You guys moved. That's okay. All right. So this piece features our seniors. This piece is called Rainbow. It has also become a tradition to throw something the way of the seniors to hopefully have an opportunity to perform not just at a concert here, but like to be able to audition for something like graduation or maybe some other special event that we have before the end of the year. Things are a little bit different this year, and it might be a little bit more challenging to mic our students for something in another capacity, but we still wanted to give them the opportunity to sing something. So this is Rainbow. It's a Casey Musgrave song. And we went through, how many songs did we go through before we arrived on this one? It was a lot. This one came to me actually from I was reminded of it because our attendance secretary at the middle school was on her way to school back in the fall. I didn't tell you guys this story, but she heard the song and it just was so appropriate for, again, the situation where, you could look at the rain and you could look at the dark clouds, but a lot of times when you have those things, you also have a rainbow, and looking for the positive things in light of all those other things. And of all the people in this building, the seniors are the ones who have been searching for that rainbow, and fortunately we've been able to have a few things for them already. Prom, that was fun, lots of karaoke, and some of it was good, some of it was good. But this song kind of rose to the top, and I threw it out there at them, and I think every single one of them latched on pretty unanimously to it. So here's our seniors performing Rainbow.
But you didn't even notice. It rain anymore. It's hard to breathe when all you know is the struggle of staying above the rising water line. When the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella. Oh, darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. If you could see what I see, you'd be blinded by the colors, yellow, red, orange, and green, and at least a million others. So tie up the boat, take up your coat, take a look around. 'Cause the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, well darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Tie up the boat, take off your coat, and take a look around. Everything's alright now, 'cause the sky is finally open, the rain will stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Let go of your umbrella, 'cause darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yeah, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. It'll all be alright.
You guys for that. We're going to now do some awards. Yeah, you can sit. I'm going to move this a little bit more toward the center as we do this. It helps me keep track of things. And I've done enough steps today, so I'm going to make it easier on myself. Oh, look, I had awards next there. Weird. One of our first recognitions, if you can't see the screen, we'll let you see it next time. We also have some seats up top if you wanted to go there, but I'm going to go. So do so quickly and quietly, and yeah, right. I'm just going to let it happen. So we do want to acknowledge and recognize our students who had done all district this year. The audition was virtual. Students had to record themselves at home, or we gave them the opportunity to record here in the building. We turned the auditorium into a little recording studio, I guess, and let them record. After that, students were accepted, and then we had a virtual choir rehearsal with, I'm going to turn off a few mics that will help out with some of the feedback. We had a virtual choir rehearsal with our directors, one of whom lives in Lynchburg, and then the other one lives in Vermont. So we got to see him and work on his music for a little bit. We have recorded those music and those songs, and we have submitted them, and they haven't come back yet. So we haven't seen the final product of those virtual choirs. But these are the students who made it and submitted a recording. So they went through the full process of all districts. So we wanted to recognize them really quickly and, yeah, give them an applause. We'll try and see if we get the certificates and the pens that go along with them. Related, this isn't something we're going to go on very much. We need to, it's really hard. The system of letters, bars, and stars is something that is usually counted with extra hours beyond the normal choir participation. It starts with auditioning for all district, whether or not you make it. It can include community and school musicals and performances, recitals, private lessons, just going above and beyond what the normal just choir show up to class and do the concerts expectations are. If we had students who basically we're just going to be awarding recognition to students who made all district as people who also letter, so those will come to you as well. So there you go. This is one I cannot announce yet. I put it up there just so I could keep track of it. We do have another award that is recognized at a departmental. When is that, the senior awards? May 12th. So you have to wait 3 weeks for that one. Here's a hint, we'll go to a senior. All right, I talked to my students earlier and I said that some of these awards are things that I'm gonna have to look beyond what this year was, even though these people really helped to contribute to our virtual choirs. We thought that they did a nice job. I think I grayed out, that was a previous one anyway, that was last year's award, so. But we do have one student that will be recognized as outstanding musicians. One of them is someone who has definitely defined a section sound for a while. We're always lacking in having enough tenors and basses. So this person has definitely done his service and helped out the choir. Zach. And this one is someone that I say like one thing and you'll figure out who they are probably. No, not yet. This person is someone who really keeps to themselves and lets the music do the talking. They were a big voice for us last year when we were making a video, not knowing it would have been a virtual choir. And we will hear her later, I suppose, and that is Tess. Yeah. Let's see, what do I have next? The National School Choral Award. I have the full description of this written down, but this is someone who just embodies like what it means to be a part of choir. The energy and the enthusiasm, the musicianship, the just overall contributions to what we do. And this is someone who will, we have a few people who can really, all of these awards are so interchangeable, really. Like thinking about these seniors and looking at them and thinking about like what they've done for us. This is someone who has been in multiple choirs. She gripes a lot, but I think it's more out of sarcasm rather than, but we've appreciated her attitude and her spirit along the way, and for everything that she's done. I'm holding the wrong award. I just like described the wrong thing altogether. Okay, let me just go with that one because I've been talking about her. She didn't win the National School Choral Award. She won the Fidelity Award, and that's Shelley. Not Cameron. And the reason I chose her for that is I think we do have people who are in both choirs, but she kind of really had started that for us. And, you know, it has been a big help to us to have a solid soprano in both choirs and really help to get some of our younger ones going. Now the National School Choral Award. I already talked about the description of the award, but now I'll talk about the person who's going to receive it. This is a person who definitely has embodied that spirit and enthusiasm, and again, the musicianship and everything that we talk about. My best story about her is all the way back in 6th grade. You knew this was going to happen. You knew this was going to happen. And it may have been the fall, like early 6th grade. I had no idea who this kid was at that point. We were talking choir and talking about what we do here, and she said, "Yeah, I'm going to do choir all the way through." And then she literally stood up in the middle of class and she said, "And I'm going to steal your job." So this one goes to Bela. I'm going to leave it in the package. But. But maybe one day we can hire her if she follows through with that. She has my endorsement. Chords. This one is also a difficult one to do the math for. Chords, there's basically 2 ways to achieve this. The first way, and I don't know if this is really an easy way because really this is complicated, to be in choir for all 7 years, 6th grade through 12th grade. There's so many options, there's so many opportunities, there's so many ways to adjust that schedule where choir may not necessarily fit. And I'm really thankful for the people who have made those sacrifices and commitments to the choir. And I believe that is honor in itself. So people who have been in choir for 7 years, can you guys stand up? All right. And another opportunity, and some of these people who are standing have earned it this way too, is we have a system of auditioning for all district, participating in all district for a certain amount of years. And it doesn't necessarily require that students are in choir for all 7 years, but it is another little checklist for people to achieve. I don't think that those, Shelley, would that include you? Yep, so you can stand. Finally, this is a revision that I made because I think that, again, in terms of scheduling and making some adjustments, for people who have served in multiple choirs, I'm allowing that to substitute for maybe a missed year. I know that Tess has been in vocal ensemble and mixed choir for the last 2 years, so I think that would also make you eligible for that too. So I believe that that includes all of our criteria for how we allow chords to be earned through choir. So I've got things for you guys. So here's our recipients of chords. Why don't you come see me? Do you want to be chorded?
Yes, I'd love to be chorded.
Okay. You'll be able to find these chords during graduation. No, they're not hot pink. Are you upset now?
Just a little bit. Like baby.
Yeah, baby pink, like a baby shower, like 2 weeks from today with a child. We're expecting a child in 2 weeks, if you didn't know that news. Yeah. Which is one of the reasons why we scheduled this concert as early as we did. Look, I'm just trying to buy the time and like fill the empty like silence. One more. Oh no, I ran out. No, just kidding. And here you go. Whoops. This is the part where I take the risk of handing a microphone to a student. I need to unmute it. So give me a moment and I'll tell you when you're good. You can probably be able to tell yourself when you start talking in it. I mean, you could, but I spent a lot of time setting this up, so I'd rather you just use it. All right, I think you should be good to talk.
Okay, so for the cry towels this year, we're gonna do it, we're gonna call it the senior. And then when we call up the names, whoever made that towel, if y'all could just come up with them, that would be a lot easier, because, yeah. Hold it closer. Okay, I'm gonna hand it to Olivia to talk about the tradition of cry towels and what they mean. Here you go.
Thank you. Okay, so my name is Olivia Staten, that's Ivy Mitchell. We're both sophomores, and we've been the ones who have been kind of heading it up, I guess, just crowd control mostly. But we just wanted to take a moment and talk about the tradition of cry towels. And they're like these literal towels that we make, and we just fill them with all the memories that we've made with the seniors over their years, any inside jokes that they have. Bartley has a very infamous list. And if you, it's a very high honor to say something weird enough that makes it onto Bartley's list.
I will stop class to add it to my list.
He will, yes. What? I'm really weird. But the cry towels are just supposed to be something symbolic that they have to commemorate their time here and in the choir with us. So then when they're in college, they have something to cry into whenever they think about their glamorous lifestyle at Benton, Virginia. So I'm pretty sure it's a thing that's happening. I'm talking to Bartley anyway. The thing that I texted you about is happening. The seniors. Nice. So we have this idea. We don't get too attached. I know your hearts are fragile right now. So I don't want to break them too much, but we have this idea right now where the seniors will have the opportunity to work on each other's towels because honestly, they know each other better than we ever will. So without further ado, yeah. That's what we're figuring out right now, lovelies. Oh, Ariel, this is mine that I made for you. Oh, so if you want to that, and then I can give you like the rundown, I guess. Yes, she's never late and she's always present. Honestly, Miss Newcomb, she needs the perfect attendance award. Can we get that? Can we get that lined up? And then just, in case she forgets our name, her voice part. This is where I messed it up. And we decided on the principle that glitter fixes everything. You can have it. It's yours now. Yeah, just go back and hang out with your buddies. All right. Our next lucky contestant is Andrew. Here, let's hold it so she can talk.
So you can talk. Take time. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so me and Joe worked on this. We did the prop front because obviously Lambert, and then a bunch of guitars because you're constantly playing your guitars, and bass, voice part, Andrew named, then Virginia Western, and the lightning bolt was okay. So we kind of messed up on that because okay, here's what happened. Okay, so we were painting the W. And then Joe accidentally got yellow paint with there, and I was like, "Oh, just lightning bolt." And then I messed up on that. It's so bad, but that's that.
I love how so far there's a theme overarching that someone has screwed something up and put something over it. I love it, guys. Thank you.
For those who weren't able to hear, he's enjoying our theme of making the most of an unexpected surprise. All right, and our next senior is Bayla.
I can say it. I'll hold this.
You want me to talk? Okay. So Bayla, your presentation, you really just did not like rags. So I had to. So I made you a lovely rag. I messed up just a little bit, You know, why do we? Yeah, so messed up just a little bit, not too much, but it's just a towel if you crying just a little bit. You can just wipe those tears away. Okay?
Here you go. I really hope you enjoy it.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding.
No, that's it. Who's next? And for context, Bayla was kind enough to curate and present a lovely, what was it, like 15-minute presentation about our cry towels with very specific details. She did everything short of make it herself. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Our next honorable guest is Shelly. You want to turn it around?
I'll turn it around. And then your people.
She has short legs. Hurry up. Give it to her. She did most.
Immaculate. Y'all can talk. Talk about it. I know. I did the dot, so. The background theme is space because she likes space and it's really cool. And the frog Kermit, 'cause frogs are cool. And the T-Rex game, when the internet isn't working, it even has a little graduation hat. A little quotation of screaming Zach, because she screams Zach a lot. And in all caps, hiccup really loud, because she always has little random high-pitched hiccups. It's funny. Yeah, we got your college wrong today during practice. Yeah, it's okay. It looks great. Never trust Instagram. Never trust Instagram. Never.
For those of you who missed it, we are continuing with our theme of surprises. They got the wrong college. The moral of the story is don't trust Instagram. Haley. All right, Haley. Abby.
Yeah, I did Spider-Man because she loves Spider-Man and she was gonna throw it away if I did not put it on there. I put the angry midget on there because whenever she drives of how little she is, she looks so angry, so why not?
And put a cheer megaphone thingamajigger because she does cheer. And I put a paw print because she obviously goes to Byrd. And then I put some little glitter polka dots because, like Olivia said, glitter does fix everything. So.
Guys, it's starting. It's starting. Oh, God. Watch yourselves.
Hey,
Wait, that has to be a mistake.
it does? I think we messed something up.
Unsurprisingly, we messed something up.
Yeah, are you surprised?
I don't know how this happened. This is really weird. It must have been like a scheduling error or something, but we have another towel for Bela for some reason.
Can you come back? So, during Bela's presentation and afterwards, we decided who wanted to do each other's towels. And everyone else was too scared to do Bela's. And so I decided that I would do it because, I mean, if I got hurt by Bela, it would be fine. But I wanted to make it as perfect as possible because you do so much for this choir. I'm trying not to cry. Oh my gosh. God. This is the hat from Wicked because I know you like Wicked. I got some help from Amanda. This is the theater company that you perform with, Mill Mountain Theater. Oh God. This is your favorite band, and then this is your favorite person from the band. I did some of the parts with the cricket because I didn't want to screw up. I like it though. And then this is a 7 for 7 years in choir, and then 2021. And as the current theme of not screwing up, or screwing up, sorry. I screwed up here, and then I just decided to make it dots. Yeah.
Ooh, gosh. Pulling a Bartley and sweating in my eyes for some reason. Our next contender is Zach.
Okay, so Zach, Elizabeth and I did your towel. We put your field you're going into because we thought that would be really important. We put Gaga because you were actually obsessed with Gaga.
Speaking of, I did get you a little something that I knew you would love. Ask Gaga Max.
We put that you're in mix and vocal because that's like the biggest thing about you, that you're in both and you slay both of them, whether you want to or not. We didn't know what color to do your paw print, so we just did glitter. So, we put your little cockroach up there because you were in VT on our choir last year. The cockroach was out. So, and then we wanted to add something a little extra, so we added a little pride flag for you. Because it's always important to be who you are.
Golly.
All right, everybody, we've got Miss Tess. So, even though it was kind of last minute, we worked very, very hard for this for you because I know you were scared. So, we put your Crocs up there because you wear them every freaking day. And we put your One Direction obsession on there. And you know, your paw prints because you get a bird. And then we put your Babies with Beaks quote on there. So, and we put your precious little rainbow for you. You're welcome.
For anyone keeping up, this towel also had an oopsie involved with it.
Let's go.
So yes, let's go. So that about wraps us up.
We're not done.
What? Oh, I forgot because she did it by herself.
Sorry.
It wasn't up here.
You know, it wasn't up here. Okay, we have one more.
One more, guys.
Actually,
Last but not least.
oh my god.
Don't cry, because you're gonna make me cry. Okay, so obviously the paw prints for William Byrd and class of 2021. Soprano, that's really kind of hard to see. I'm sorry. And she's going to Radford University, Carilion, to be a paramedic. And I put Cam Bam and Pebbles because she loves Bela more than any. So.
Last call, blinking lights.
Is there any? Are we forgetting anyone else?
We are.
Raise your hand if we are.
We are
Yes,
forgetting.
we are forgetting.
I will not take long, I promise. So normally this is a thing, you make cry towels for seniors, but the seniors got together really, well, we kind of got ideas together and my mom did this, but we made a cry towel for Bartley. Because you always gotta cry, because he's gonna cry when we leave. We already know this, like, look at us. So I can explain, there's a lot of stuff on here. But first with the name, it has all of his family members' names on it because we've been here like every milestone of his life. Like we were here when he got married, we were here when he had Merrick, and he's about to have Faye in like 2 weeks. So that's crazy. A lot of this stuff is just stuff we like have all done together. We have Disney Melody, hits head on door or wall, because you did that. You did a lot. We have Mr. Man because we all love Mr. Man, even though we don't see him anymore. The eagle head is for when we went to New York and we had to Photoshop. Tess started Photoshopping eagles on everybody's head because there was a guy in a photo looking at me weirdly. I will say that. And there's just like a bunch of other sayings. I put, I'm going to steal your job because Boomer. We always call you Boomer. We have your bow ties because that used to be like, you used to wear those every Tuesday. And then we just put some of our favorite songs on there. Baby Yoda, because when we said Baba Yato, we said no, Baby Yoda. So I will explain other things off camera because some of them are a little ooh, but if you have questions, but yeah, this is for you and this is from all of us. We all came up with the ideas. But oh, and all of our senior names are on the back of it because we cannot fit it on the front. But I hope you enjoy and cherish it forever. Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah, my eyes are sweating real hard. So that's it for us. Geez, this is going to be awkward when we see each other tomorrow. But back to Bartley, you guys you're really going to miss me when he gets going.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot to say. I was looking at the clock. We do have one senior recognition video, and then we will have one song, and that will be the conclusion. Thank you, seniors, for what you've done. There's always a message that I include in on this, and usually I'm better at writing things out and letting you read that compared to me right here doing this. Everyone who's not a senior, even though they didn't get to carry out their senior year like normal, their contributions to this choir have just been unmatched. There's no pulling other directions. There's no bickering. There's no, that would slow us down from this group. And that has made a big difference to me and meant a lot to me. And unfortunately, we didn't get to see it all, but you guys have really created a foundation, and that foundation is hopefully going to be poured sooner than later when we get that new choir room too. And we'll be sure that in some way, shape, or form, that we include you in on that when it's built. So we're able to honor you guys and your legacy. And yeah. The handprints might have to go to the middle school, but all right, I'm gonna roll the TV over, board, active panel. It's more expensive than that. And we'll watch this. Again, that's only about 3.5 to 4 minutes, and then we'll do a song. There we go. Here you go. That's not the right song at all. I had a song. Here you go.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, hope you choose the one that means the most to you. Hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And if it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming. There's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanna do. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, they're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you'll say, it's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. I did it all. I hope you dance. I wish for you to dance. It's a climb. I hope you dance.
I wasn't standing behind the panel for any specific reasons. Oh yeah, I need to get that reset. All right. Last piece here, it's called Bonse Abba. It had become a piece that we were going to make a tradition in our choir. And I wanted to make sure that we continued on with that. So this is, it usually will be a piece that we'll have 8th graders sing with us for the first time. We're changing up what we're doing a little bit this year. And our soloists are Bela, Zach, and Tess. So enjoy this last piece. It's funny, I was telling my wife back when I was a kid, and I grew up in this community, I played rec ball on this gym. And, you know, there have been a lot of games and sporting events and never even teaching what I have thought that we'd have been like performing in this space. But tonight is a big win for us. And I'm really glad that we're here and that we're able to make music. So thank you guys for being here and supporting these people in their endeavors too. We really appreciate you. Yeah. Move. We'll do it a little bit. This song doesn't matter as much. It's a cappella. And I would be really upset with myself if I didn't make one more recognition tonight. We have had an awesome accompanist with us for this program for several years now, and we're just so thankful to have Becky here tonight with us for this concert too. So thank you for being here. Okay. You gonna be able to do this? Okay.
Bonse Abba, Lupokelela, Balipele Maka, Akuba Bana. 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 Kuba Bana. Kuba Bana. Kuba Bana. Kubabana, Kubabana, Kubabana,
Bonse Abba, Mupokelela, Balipele Maka, Akuba Bana. 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 Kubabana, 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 Kubabana,
Bonse Abba, Mupokelela, Balipele Maka, Akuba Bana. 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 Kuba Bana. Kuba Bana. Kuba Bana. Kuba Bana. Muya ya ya. 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 Muya ya ya.
Thank you guys so much. We did ask for our singers to grab either a stand or a chair on their way out to make it easier on me this evening, but after that, we thank you for your evening and for your time, and we hope to see you soon.